start it back over again and rerunning them all.
Manatee County elections officials are forced to start its ballot recount from scratch several hours into the process. Plus, a fatal accident leaves 2 people dead tonight. We have crews on the scene. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Hello, I'm Erica Jackson. Thank you for joining us. Jacqueline is off tonight. Our top story, a race against time to recount the ballots for 3 razor-thin Florida races. But now Manatee County is starting from scratch.
We're very picky to make sure that we have a good election.
The Manatee Supervisor of Elections Office is checking your ballot and counting it twice after discovering a human error Monday afternoon.
We started back over again and rerunning them all.
Florida's Secretary of State ordered a mandatory recount for the governor, agriculture commissioner, and U.S. Senator races over the weekend, which all had margins of less than 0.5%. Manatee Supervisor of Elections staff started recounting early voting ballots Monday morning, and 34,000 ballots later, someone realized they forgot to press an important button.
We're supposed to kick out overvotes, undervotes, and blank ballots, and we kicked out the blank ballots and we kicked out the overvotes, but we didn't kick out the undervotes.
Supervisor of Elections Mike Bennett takes full responsibility for the mistake. A representative for Manatee's Democratic Party realizes accidents happen.
We're seeing a staff that is taking this very seriously. They are taking on the challenge. It's a lot of votes to recount.
The Republican Party of Manatee County's chairwoman did not want to go on camera, but told ABC7 in part, "We are watching the process play out to ensure the integrity of the election." Despite wasting 5 hours before realizing the mistake, Bennett is optimistic his team will finish well before Thursday's 3 p.m. deadline.
We are going to work until 10 o'clock tonight, and if we got to do that tomorrow night, I really expect to be wrapped up sometime Wednesday.
If the state's machine recount shows the gap in any of the 3 races falls within 0.25%, then the state will order a manual recount. Meanwhile, the Sarasota County Supervisor of Elections Office is in day 2 of the machine recount process. Sarasota County has to reprocess the 200,000 ballots from Election Day, early voting, and vote by mail. Another lawsuit because of the election recount. The League of Women Voters and Common Cause are suing Rick Scott from using his powers as governor in any way related to the contested Senate race. Meanwhile, Governor Scott is seeking an injunction against Broward Election Supervisor Brenda Snipes, which would put the Broward County Sheriff's Office in charge of holding onto ballots and voting machines during the recount process.
All you have to do, Your Honor, to take away that doubt, to fix the erosion of trust in this process, is to grant this injunction and allow Broward County sheriffs to monitor the votes when they're not in use.
If we make mistakes, we own mistakes. If there's something that the public needs to know, then we provide that information.
Tonight, ABC7's Alan Cohn had an exclusive interview with Katherine Harris, the former Florida Secretary of State, who was in charge of the controversial 2000 presidential recount. You can watch that entire interview on our website, mysuncoast.com, and we'll have more on problems with the recount process throughout the state coming up later in the show. The man accused of gunning down 17 people at a Florida high school registered to vote while behind bars awaiting trial. Nicholas Cruz registered as a Republican on July 25th. He's charged with 17 counts of first-degree murder and 17 counts of attempted murder for the Valentine's Day mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland. The father of a victim tweeted Saturday that he's, quote, sick to his stomach. Cruz was allowed to register while in jail and criticized the Broward County Sheriff for allowing it. But by law, Cruz hasn't been convicted of a crime and was eligible to vote this year. New at 11, Democrats have picked up a Senate seat in Arizona. Republican Martha McSally conceded the race to Democratic candidate Kristen Sinema Monday night. McSally made the concession on social media and thanked her supporters on Twitter. Vote counting is still underway, partly because 75% of Arizonans vote by mail. But Sinema's lead has been increasing in recent days, reaching more than 32,000 votes this morning. She will take over the seat left by Republican Jeff Flake, who is retiring from Congress. Sinema will also make history by becoming the first woman to represent Arizona in the Senate. Deadly wildfires across California are among the most destructive in the state's history, and the death toll keeps on rising. Let's take a live look at the Woolsey fire right now. It's a bit dark, but you can see patches of fire spread out in that Southern California region. There are approximately 16 wildfires burning right now throughout California, with the majority of the damage near the Malibu area. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we'll hear from people on the ground who will show us how badly the fire has hit them so far. And we tied some records today, so let's get more details on that with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob.
Yeah, and it's still warm right now, Erica. In fact, temperature at 78 degrees under fair skies. Our high today topped at 88. That tied a record set back in 2002 when it topped out at 88 degrees as well. Look at the humidity, 90%. So it's warm, it's muggy out there. It sure feels like summer as opposed to fall. Now, low pressure is continuing to gain some strength here in the northern Gulf of Mexico. It will eventually shoot up to the northeast, and then another low will follow, and that second low will eventually sweep this cold front, which is now moving across parts of Texas and all the way into Louisiana. Eventually, that'll move in on late Wednesday and early Thursday morning, cooling us down for the weekend. But right now, we've had such heat today that even showers developed along the sea breeze front. There are still a few lingering now. You can see a little bit of rainfall now near the Tampa Bay area near Interstate 4 there, pushing off to the north. Nothing going on here. Don't expect anything overnight. We may see some fog forming, but other than that, not a whole lot happening. Well, there is something happening in the tropics. We're watching an area of low pressure right now, though the good news is that it is not gaining strength. It is not showing any signs of organization. In fact, the Hurricane Center has lessened the chance of it developing into a named storm. Well, more on that coming up in a few minutes. Erica?
All right, Bob, we'll check back soon. New at 11, Northport police are investigating a head-on collision that killed 2 people tonight. Our crews were on the scene of River Road near East River Road, where police have blocked off 2 miles of road. Northport police tell us that the crash happened around 7:30 and roads are still blocked off right now at about 11:07. Police are withholding the names of the victims until next of kin are notified, but we will continue to follow this story for you as more details are released. We'll post those details on our app and on our website, mysuncoast.com, as they become available. A Planned Parenthood video about consensual sex was shown to some Pineview High School seniors without district approval. According to the district, 135 students watched this video that's about 3.5 minutes long. It's called When Someone Doesn't Want to Have Sex, What is Consent? It shows several hetero and homosexual couples getting physical and talking sexually. Parents are calling it graphic and demanding to know why their students had to watch it. The Sarasota County School District says a counselor with the Safe Place and Rape Crisis Center, or SPARC, showed the students the video that was not approved by school administration. The school says preliminary reports reveal the SPARC counselor acted independently, and both the district and SPARC are investigating what happened. Venice High School is now overcrowded. It was only intended to have 2,100 students and currently has about 300 more than that. So now the school district has to figure out the best way to address this growth.
You have to look for other ways to hold those kids. We always tell our principals we'll never have anyone sitting in classroom outside, that we'll always have a seat for every student. But where is that seat going to be? Is it in a permanent location like a new classroom wing? Or is it going to be in a temporary location like a portable?
So the 2 choices basically is make Venice High School a super big school by putting another wing on, or temporarily make Venice High School a big school by adding portable classrooms. What allows them to do is have classrooms for the overcapacity while they build a new high school in another location.
The temporary portables would only be installed if the decision was made to build a new school. So now the Sarasota County School District is asking for the public's input by hosting a series of meetings throughout the next few weeks. The district will then take all the responses to the December school board meeting where they would make a decision. Looking ahead, the Sarasota City Commission will hold what could be a final vote on the Lido Beach Pavilion and pool redevelopment plan. The January vote will decide whether the plan is compatible with the neighborhood and meets the criteria of a major conditional use. Right now, the plan includes remodeling the pavilion into a 200-seat restaurant, along with adding a tiki bar and rented cabanas. A special meeting on the Lido Pavilion will be on January 14th at City Hall. Now let's take a look. The Christmas tree is now up at 5 Points Park in Sarasota. The annual tree lighting is set to happen at the end of this month. Sarasota merchants will be there with refreshments, Christmas music, and Santa may even make a special appearance. The tree lighting festivities are set to start at 6 on Thursday, November 29th. 'Tis the season. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the first alert weather forecast. Plus, we'll take you to Southern California, where dozens of people are dead and hundreds are still missing because of the massive wildfires. Plus, why one Florida county got to email their ballots to the supervisor of elections.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically, and I don't know what we would have done without that.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. on ABC7.
Well, Bob, it was a scorcher today, tying some records.
Yeah, 88 degrees.
So where's the cold weather? It's November, come on.
I know, no kidding. Everyone's waiting for it, and we're going to get it. Last week we were talking about, Erica, that we thought it would be here on Wednesday. Well, it's going to be delayed. It's going to be starting to move in on Thursday, but all good things come to those who wait.
All right. Patience is a virtue, right?
That's right, absolutely. Here's what's going on right now. Beautiful ABC7 Tower Cam sunset. Tonight, the sun going down on me and all of us. Looking pretty good right there. Fair skies and allowed for beautiful pictures to be sent in. Once again, to pics@mysuncoast.com. A little hideaway right here on Siesta. Skip Ross sending that photo in. Appreciate it, Skip. And a contributor all the time, Susan Humphreys from Terracea, getting the sun going down, and warm through Wednesday. Now we're talking near record highs through Wednesday. By Thursday, it'll be a transition day, so we'll have clouds and showers around, so it won't be as hot. Temperatures will be close to average, which is right around 80 degrees on Thursday. That's when we'll see the showers and possibility of some thunderstorms in the mix as well. As this cold front comes down, it's going to move through, and then our winds will eventually switch to the north by Thursday midday, and that will start to cool us off for Thursday night. Friday, the weekend's looking spectacular. High pressure will build in and temperatures will be cooler, and it will also be less humid out there. But right now it is warm, it is muggy, as I showed you earlier, the dew point temperature way up there. And we have a low pressure area continuing to gather some strength here. As this heads off to the northeast in time, we will also see a cold front develop along that low. And that cold front will eventually slide on through. Right now it's still well back to the west of us, and it's got a long way to go before it gets to us here. But we have had some showers developing along the sea breeze front there. A lot of rainfall over the panhandle of Florida earlier and some severe weather, but that has since come to an end. Right now, the latest radar picture showing those showers over Tampa, now scooting northward, and not much going on here. We have a chance for some fog forming overnight in some areas, but for the forecast, we'll start off very warm. These temperatures are about 10 to 12 degrees above average for this time of year. To start the morning off, we'll be in the low to mid 70s. We'll warm up into the mid 80s. We'll have partly cloudy skies at times and no real threat of any significant rain, a slight chance for a late day shower or two, mainly inland. So we'll start off the morning right around 70 degrees under fair skies, and then we'll warm up into the mid 80s near the water with a sea breeze developing. It'll be in the low to mid 80s, but inland areas will get into the upper 80s. And then for Wednesday morning, still warm, 70 degrees by Wednesday afternoon, close to 88 degrees again. We could set another record high on Wednesday, and then things start to cool off, as I said, on Thursday. Well, the Futurecast is showing fair skies to start the day tomorrow with a little bit of fog around, and we'll see that sunshine for the most part now and again. And then again on Wednesday, looking pretty good, but some showers possible late in the day as that moisture starts to gather some strength and push off into the coast. Out in the tropics, we're watching this investigated area, the National Hurricane Center watching it. The low's right here, but all the convection is well east of the center, so the National Hurricane Center has lessened the chance on this developing. In fact, it's down to 40%. It had been as high as 50 over the next 2 days and as high as 90% chance developing over the next 5 days, but that's down to 60. The next named storm would be Patty if it were to develop and then push off toward the west-northwest. It's no threat to the United States, and I don't think it will be in the future. 78 degrees now, clear skies, humidity 90%. The high today, record-breaking 88 degrees, at least tying the record of 88 set back in 2002. This morning's low was warm at 71 degrees. Well, here's the forecast. As boaters will be out in the water, we'll see seas right around 2 feet with a light chop on the bays and inland waters, and winds out of the south, turning to the west in the afternoon at around 10. Now the extended forecast, slight chance for late day showers tomorrow, Wednesday, 50% chance, mainly in the afternoon and evening, and then continuing on to Thursday morning, and then turning cooler, lows in the 50s finally by Friday morning, and then it stays pretty cool right through Saturday, Sunday, not too bad either, 77 for your high. So finally, some cooler weather going to get here by Friday. Erica?
Bob, thank you. Looking forward to that cooler weekend. Now to the wildfires in California, devastating communities from north to south. The death toll now at 42 and continues to climb in the Camp Fire, which is the state's most destructive fire in history. In Southern California, windy, dry conditions are sparking new fires as crews continue to battle the Woolsey fire near Malibu. ABC's Natalie Brunel is in Oak Park, California with the latest.
Firefighters on the front lines are battling fatigue and a new round of ferocious Santa Ana winds. No relief in sight for firefighters battling the raging Woolsey fire.
There's been a flare-up right here.
The howling winds fueling new infernos. This one off LA's 118 freeway coming dangerously close to traffic before being contained.
That county ship is going to try and lay down some water along the freeway. This seems to be the hot spot right here.
In Malibu, the aftermath resembling a war zone. Multi-million-dollar Ocean View real estate gutted. Even celebs like Gerard Butler revealing they lost homes.
Welcome to my home in Malibu.
Everybody was so busy, and so many houses were, there's not enough fire department to go to everybody.
In Northern California near Chico, the Camp Fire's death toll continues to grow. Residents of Paradise, which now looks like a hellscape, sharing terrifying close calls.
The fire was above us, the fire was below us, and on either sides. We were totally surrounded.
More than 200 remain unaccounted for, loved ones fearing the worst.
It's gone. Everybody I know lost everything. It's real sad.
Officials saying there's no such thing as a fire season in California anymore.
This is not the new normal. This is the new abnormal. And this new abnormal will continue.
A red flag warning has been extended through Wednesday, and winds will be shifting south towards San Diego, where we could see gusts of up to 70 miles per hour. Natalie Brunel, ABC News, Oak Park, California.
Back here in Florida, the election supervisor in Bay County is defending his choice to let some voters illegally cast ballots by email. Supervisor of Elections Mark Anderson says he had to take care of nearly 150 voters displaced by Hurricane Michael. He says he and his staff made sure they signed an oath, verified identification, and secured the information. According to Anderson, the ballots were returned by email, similar to policies for overseas voters. Secretary of State Ken Detzner, who issued an executive order on extending early voting, said, quote, "Voting by fax or email is not an option." Anderson insists he did the right thing.
Anyone that feels in the devastation that we experienced and the categories or the limitations that we had on our citizens of Bay County, if you want to turn around and take these votes away from voters because it's not the normal prescribed issue, I would just say you ought to be ashamed of yourselves, because what we did is take care of voters.
Local media reached out to Secretary Detzner's office for comment and has not heard back. Consumer News is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
It's all new. Here it comes. Boom. Jeff Bridges swings by. Plus, political commentator S.C. Cupp.
You're definitely getting kicked out of the Republican Party.
And music from Midland. Jimmy Kimmel Live, new tonight on ABC.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Since 1847, the Grand Hotel has earned a worldwide reputation for elegance and hospitality. Now the Grand has been transformed with reimagined rooms and suites and exceptional fine dining and meeting spaces. The spa is more luxurious, and championship golf will test your game, all overlooking beautiful Mobile Bay. The Grand Hotel Golf Resort and Spa. Timeless elegance transformed. For reservations, visit grand1847.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you.
getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills, the smarts. Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport is getting ready to make a big announcement. Tomorrow morning, airport officials will reveal details about a new commercial flight service out of the airport. In the last year, the airport has added Allegiant Airline flights and other destinations to the west. And speaking of travel, AAA is predicting this year will have the highest volume of Thanksgiving travel since 2005. AAA predicting more than 50 million Americans will travel during the week of Thanksgiving. That's about a 5% increase over last year. And be prepared for the potential of long lines in traffic on the roads. AAA reports about half of those travelers will be driving. As we honor our nation's veterans, it's important to remember that for many, the battle continues. And even though they no longer live in a war zone, a great number of them suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. PTSD can present itself in a number of ways. The victim can go through mood swings, or maybe they're easily startled. They can also actually believe they are reliving the event that caused the PTSD. The Roskamp Institute in Sarasota is conducting research to search for a cure.
There may be genetic risk factors, there may be certain resilience factors have been suggested for folks. Some folks seem to be able to have exactly the same exposures, and some will develop PTSD and others will not. And we really haven't got to the bottom of that yet.
The Institute is still looking for solutions to cure PTSD, but at this time there's no evidence that says one particular treatment is better than any other. And in honor of Veterans Day, the Manatee County Clerk of the Circuit Court and Controller is offering free passport photos throughout the month of November. Any veterans interested in applying for a passport will be asked to provide a DD-214 or military identification for the waived passport photo. Thank you for your service as well to our veterans. The mastermind behind Marvel Comics has died. Stan Lee created beloved characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and X-Men. Lee was 95 years old. ABC's Elizabeth Hurd takes a look back at the innovator's life and legacy.
Honored and remembered as the creator, voice, and champion of Marvel Comics.
Invitation, sir.
I should be on that list.
Name?
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee revived comics and helped Hollywood make billions, creating iconic characters and often making cameos in Marvel movies.
Well, obviously, the first thing they should be excited about is my cameo.
Even appearing with his favorite superhero, Spider-Man, a character his publisher first hated.
My publisher said, Stan, you've lost it. He said, first of all, nobody likes spiders. You can't call a hero Spider-Man.
The New York City native was born Stanley Martin Lieber in 1922. His love of crafting stories leading to a career of combining juvenile costumes and tales packed with action and adult themes. Disney CEO and Chairman Bob Iger saying in a statement, Lee was as extraordinary as the characters he created, a superhero in his own right.
You know, I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.
Elizabeth Hurd, ABC News, New York.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do.
Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000.
Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Welcome back. You're taking a live look at the Empire State Building right now, shining in California's state colors, blue and gold, with an EMS siren in the halo in sympathy for the victims and those affected by the California wildfires. And that's a wonderful reminder that everyone to come together in unity during these hard times, especially.
Yeah, it's amazing, these fires, how quickly they spread and how close it came, to the downtowns of some of these big cities there in California. And that's what can happen with these fires. You only get minutes to prepare and sometimes evacuate, whereas in hurricanes and tropical systems, you get a lot more time, usually.
We're lucky here.
Yeah, well, we're lucky in a sense that our coast, too, is fairly lucky in terms of getting hit. Especially this time of year, normally November 30th is the official end of hurricane season. Nothing to worry about with the system out there. John Scalzi will have more tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks, Bob, and we'll see you then. Have a good one.